You feel it, don't you? The weight, the pressure, the ache in your soul that won't shut up. The storm inside your head that keeps screaming, there has to be more than this. But you're stuck. Stuck in old patterns. Stuck with the same people. Stuck in the same loop, convincing yourself it's going to change, while nothing ever does. Let me tell you something. If you don't kill the part of you that clings to what's broken, you will drown with it. If you don't let them go, they will pull you under, and when you hit rock bottom, they won't save you, they can't. Pause, breathe. Now listen. This is about survival. This is about evolution. This is about becoming who the hell you were meant to be. And that road, it requires blood, it requires tears, it requires sacrifice, and above all else, it requires you to let go of anything and anyone that doesn't serve your highest purpose. You've been loyal to your own destruction, attached to people who drain your spirit, tied to habits that kill your discipline, addicted to distractions that numb your potential. Why? Because it's comfortable, because it's safe, because it's familiar. But familiar doesn't mean functional, safe doesn't mean sacred, and comfort is the cage, comfort is the coffin. Let them go. The ones who don't believe in you, the ones who keep you small, the ones who only come around when they need something, but vanish when you're the one bleeding. Let them go. Because your life is not a group project. Because your destiny doesn't require their permission. Because you've wasted too much time explaining your vision to people with no eyes. Let them go. Save yourself. That version of you. The one who tolerates disrespect. The one who scrolls for hours instead of building. The one who says tomorrow, every damn day. That version of you is a liar. And it's time to kill them. With discipline. With consistency. With isolation. With purpose. You're not here to blend in. You're not here to be understood. You're here to dominate, to break cycles, to rewrite bloodlines, to bury your weaknesses, and rise from the ashes stronger, colder, wiser. But none of that happens until you decide to cut the rope. The rope tied to toxic people. The rope tied to who you used to be. The rope tied to comfort, laziness, and fear. You want to win? Then you better get used to walking alone. You better get comfortable in the silence. You better be ready to suffer with purpose. Because that pain, that isolation, that's where the transformation begins. That's where the weak version of you starts to burn. And the real you, the dangerous you, the disciplined you, that version is born in fire. Pause, breathe again. You've got to decide. You've got to commit. You've got to be ruthless. And I mean ruthless with anything that threatens your peace, your vision, your progress. Because if you don't protect your evolution, no one else will. You think they care that you're tired. You think the world gives a damn that you're stressed out, burned out, depressed. It doesn't. The world respects power. The world respects resilience. The world respects people who shut up and rise anyway. So what are you going to do? Cry again? Complain again? Keep holding on to people who don't even see you? Or are you going to burn the bridge and walk into the storm like a soldier? Because that's what it takes. Earn it through pain. You want success? Bleed for it. You want discipline? Fight for it. No more coddling your weakness. No more saving everyone else while you drown. No more living for approval. No more shrinking to fit their comfort zone. You're still here. Then good. That means the fire is still inside you. Maybe it's just a flicker, but it's there. Waiting, begging you to become someone you don't even recognize yet. But first, you have to destroy who you've been. You've been soft. You've been scared. You've been sitting in a prison built from excuses, built from fear, built from people who don't even want you to win. Tell me, why do you still answer their calls? Why do you still explain your dreams to people who've never built a damn thing? Why do you still chase approval from those who couldn't even save themselves? Because deep down you're afraid to be alone. But let me tell you something most people will never say out loud. Alone is where the strong are built. Alone is where you sit with your demons and fight. Alone is where you stop performing for the world and start training for war. Alone is where you stop begging to be saved, and you become the one who saves yourself. You're not here to please. You're not here to play small. You're here to rebuild yourself from the bones. That means letting go of that ex who keeps circling back like poison in your bloodstream. That means cutting ties with the friends who never clap when you win. That means turning off the phone, locking in and grinding like your soul is on the line. Because it is. You say you want discipline, then prove it. Wake up before the world does. Move in silence. Train when you're tired. Study when it's boring. Sacrifice when it's painful. Because that's the price of freedom. Not comfort, not fake support and empty conversations. Freedom is earned through fire. And right now, you're either burning the old you, or you're just burning time. So what's it going to be? You've got potential, yes. But guess what? Potential means nothing without execution. You could be a weapon. You could be unstoppable. You could walk into any room and make the ground shake. But you'll never get there if you keep babysitting your distractions. You'll never get there if you keep romanticizing your weakness. You'll never get there if you're still trying to bring everyone with you. This path is lonely. This path is violent. This path demands your soul. And if you're not ready to let them go, you're not ready to evolve. Because evolution hurts. It requires isolation. It requires letting the dead weight fall off. Even if that dead weight looks like people you once loved. Even if it's the comfort that once kept you sane. Let it go. Let them go. Save yourself. Every day you hesitate, you give your old life one more breath. Every time you entertain weakness, you suffocate your greatness. Do you hear me? This isn't a game. This isn't a quote on Instagram. This is war. This is you versus every part of yourself that wants to stay lazy, broken, and dependent. Kill that version. Kill it now, and bury it so deep it never sees daylight again. Because what's rising in its place? It's something dangerous. It's something rare. It's something that doesn't need validation, likes, or approval. It needs purpose. It needs pressure. It needs pain. Pause. Feel that. Sit in it. The pain of letting go. It's nothing compared to the pain of staying the same. You already know what that feels like. The regret. The numbness. The fake smiles. The mental fog from too much comfort and not enough discipline. You've lived there long enough. It's time to break out. It's time to bleed for something real. It's time to stop watching other people win and become someone worth watching. No more delays, no more waiting, no more handouts, no more soft mornings and half-built dreams. This is your life. This is your moment. This is your transformation. And it begins when you let go. Let go of your need to be liked. Let go of your obsession with comfort. Let go of the one-day fantasy. Let go of their opinions. Let go of your past. And if it hurts, good. Pain is the entrance fee to evolution. Suffer now or suffer forever. But choose. Because either way, you're going to hurt. One path leads to glory. The other leads to decay. This is where it gets real. This is where most people fold. Right here, right now. When the isolation starts to bite. When the loneliness kicks in. When the silence gets loud. When the fake friends fade and there's no one left to impress. This is where you either break or build. You've got to understand something. This is you versus you. It always has been. It always will be. There's no enemy on the outside. No villain holding you back. No invisible hand keeping you stuck. It's you. The voice in your head that whispers, take it easy. Rest a little longer. You've been through a lot. You deserve to chill. No, you don't need rest. You need rebirth. You need to bury the soft version of yourself. The one who hesitates, the one who overthinks, the one who scrolls through other people's lives because he's too scared to build his own. That version of you is the enemy. And guess what? He knows your weaknesses. He knows your addictions. He knows your comfort zones. And he'll use every one of them to drag you back into hell. You think this journey is about letting go of people. No. It's about letting go of the version of you that keeps letting them stay, the version of you that refuses to cut ties, the version of you that fears loneliness more than failure, the version of you that craves attention more than mastery. That's the real war, not external, internal, not them, you. Pause, breathe, lock in. Do you feel it now? That part of you that knows you've been wasting time, that voice inside screaming, there's more. That fire you've buried under food phones, parties, Distractions. It's still there. And if you let it grow, if you feed it with action, pain, discipline, and hunger, you'll become something unrecognizable. But that only happens if you destroy your current self. With extreme focus, with daily suffering, with obsessive repetition, you don't rise by chance, you rise by choice. And that choice, it comes every morning, when you either submit to the weaker you, or crush him with your routine. You get up when you're tired, you work when you don't want to, you eat clean when it's boring. You disappear from the crowd to train in silence. You say no when your old life begs for your return. This is war. You're not just training your body. You're rewiring your identity. The old you can't come with you. The people attached to the old you, they can't either. Let them go. They were part of the problem. They were enablers of your weakness. They loved you as long as you stayed small. They supported you as long as you didn't outgrow them. Now that you're changing, they don't recognize you. They'll call you distant. They'll say you've changed. Good. That's the point. You were never supposed to stay the same. You were supposed to evolve. You were supposed to outgrow. You were supposed to break generational cycles, not repeat them. So let them talk. Let them leave. Let them misunderstand you. But don't stop. Don't you dare stop, because every time you get up early and push yourself, you're winning the war. Every time you say no to comfort, you're building the monster. Every time you keep your mouth shut and work in silence, you're becoming the weapon they never saw coming. You don't need applause. You need discipline. You don't need friends. You need fire. You don't need validation. You need vengeance on the weak version of you that let life pass him by. Let them go. Save yourself. This isn't about being cold. This isn't about hating people. It's about protecting your growth, protecting your time, protecting your energy like it's the only thing that matters. Because it is. If someone doesn't respect your discipline, if they don't support your grind, if they don't understand your vision, they're in the way. This path, it's not wide enough for you to carry them. So drop the weight, pick up the pace, and walk like your future depends on it. Because it does. This is you vs you every hour, every rep, every damn day. Are you going to rise or rot? You're still waiting. Deep down, some part of you still believes someone's coming to save you, a mentor, a miracle, a perfect moment, something. But let me break it to you. No one is coming. Not your friends, not your parents, not that person who said they'd always be there, not God in the way you think he'll show up. The only one who's coming is you, or no one. This world doesn't care about your pain. It doesn't care about your past. It doesn't care how many people left you. It doesn't care how hard it's been. The world moves. It moves without mercy. And if you don't move with it, it will leave you behind and never look back. Pause, breathe, feel the truth of that. You keep looking around for help, for hope, for healing. But what you don't realize is you are the help. You are the hope. You are the healing. It's not outside you. It's in you. It always has been. You've just been too distracted, too afraid, too addicted to soft things to hear it. But now the silence is loud. Now the room is empty. Now the mirror doesn't lie. You are face to face with the truth. It's you vs you, the weaker version of you. He's screaming right now, begging for comfort, begging for someone to save him. But he's had enough time. He's had enough second chances. He's had enough days off, cheat days, excuses. Kill him. You've been soft for too long, too emotional, too forgiving, too addicted people who wouldn't plead for you but love to watch you fall. And for what? To feel safe? To be liked, to avoid conflict? Look at where it's gotten you. Still stuck. Still broke. Still scrolling through a screen watching other people live while you're dying inside. That ends now. You're not a victim. You're a weapon. And it's time to sharpen. That means waking up early. That means cutting people off mid-sentence if they're not talking growth. That means throwing your distractions in the trash. That means building so much discipline that people can feel it in your silence. Because talk is cheap. Motivation is temporary. Only grit builds legacy. Only obsession builds greatness. You think the ones at the top got there by being nice. You think they made it by being available to everyone? No, they made it by being unavailable to weakness, unavailable to comfort, unavailable to people who drain, unavailable to everything that didn't grow their fire. And now it's your turn. Build the walls. Tighten the circle. Protect your mind like it's the most valuable weapon you own, because it is. And if that means being alone, so be it. If that means people talk, let them. If that means you're misunderstood, good. You're not building for now. You're building for who you're becoming. Let them go. Let them all go. The moment you decided to evolve, they already became part of your past. Because your future is not a group trip. It's a one-man mission. It's a solo march through pain, through failure, through fire, until you come out the other side unrecognizable. You want power. Earn it in silence. You want peace. Create it through sacrifice. You want self-respect. Rebuild your identity from the ground up every single day. There's no cheat code, no shortcut, no secret sauce. Just you, grinding in the dark, alone, unseen, unthanked, uncelebrated, until one day you become undeniable. But that version of you, that savage, that machine, that force of nature, they're locked behind your comfort. They're buried beneath your distractions. They're screaming under the chains of your old self. Let that old self die. Let them all go. Save yourself. Because no one's coming. No one's carrying you. No one's forcing you to rise. It's just you. Your pain, your potential, and your decision. Now it begins, the silence, the disconnect, the detachment from everything that once gave you fake comfort. Welcome to isolation, where the noise dies, where the masks fall off, where your demons rise from the shadows and stare you in the face. Most people run. They can't stand the silence. They can't stand being alone. They need someone to distract them from themselves. But not you. Not anymore. You've reached the point where distractions feel like betrayal, where small talk makes your skin crawl, where anything that isn't purpose, progress, or power feels like poison. And that's good. That's necessary, because isolation isn't punishment. It's preparation. It's where warriors are forged. It's where monsters are born. It's where clarity replaces chaos and truth replaces excuses. You've spent too long surrounded by noise, by people who don't want you to win, by opinions that don't matter, by energy that drains instead of builds. So now you cut the cord, now you go dark, now you go ghost and rebuild. Alone, because when you're alone, you finally hear it. The voice that's been whispering beneath the chaos. You were built for more, not more attention. Not more followers, more focus, more discipline, more pain, more fire. You've been sedated for too long, by comfort, by validation, by attachments that were never real love, just emotional chains. Let them go. Let go of the one who didn't see your value. Let go of the friend who never clapped when you leveled up. Let go of the people who only loved you when you were broken. You don't need them. You never did. What you needed was to be broken so you could wake up, so you could finally see what was real and what was just noise. And now that you're awake, stay that way. No going back, no reopening doors you already locked, no texting people you already healed from, no stepping into places you already burned down. You are building something brutal, something rare, something most people will never touch, because they don't have the stomach for the isolation that greatness demands. But you do. You were made for this, the hunger, the cold mornings, the quiet rooms, the blood in your mouth from biting down on your excuses. This is the grind they don't post. This is the pain they don't glamorize. This is the rebirth they don't understand. And it's not supposed to be pretty. It's supposed to break you. Because only the broken get to rebuild, only the dead get to resurrect, only the ones who suffer get to walk out with power. So let them watch, let them judge. Let them run their mouths. You've got no time to explain. You're not available for weakness. You're not accessible to mediocrity. You're at war with your former self, and war requires separation. War requires detachment. War requires pain. The old you had too many opinions, too many friends, too many distractions, too many reasons to stay the same. That version of you had to die, and this new version, he walks alone, she bleeds alone, but they rise, alone. Because they understand something the world forgot. There's power in the pain. There's peace in the solitude. There's salvation in the suffering. Let them go. Let the old habits rot. Let the distractions burn. You are not healing to go back to them. You are healing to go beyond them, to become untouchable, unstoppable, unrecognizable. So don't look back. Don't reach out. Don't check on those who checked out on you. You've lied to yourself long enough. You've said things like, I'm just figuring things out. I'll start when I'm ready. I'm working on myself. But deep down, you know the truth. You've been stalling on your discipline, stalling on your greatness, stalling on the life that's waiting for you. You're not tired. You're not overwhelmed. You're just addicted to ease, addicted to pleasure, addicted to softness, addicted to being liked more than being respected. But you're here now, so let's strip the lies off. Let's rip the comfort from your bones. Let's drag the weakness, because until you kill the excuses, you will never own your power, and I mean kill them, not manage, not negotiate, not explain. Burn them alive. Every, but I'm tired. Every, I'll start Monday. Every, I don't have time. Every, nobody supports me. Burn it. You're not waiting for the perfect mood. You're not waiting for motivation. You're not waiting for them to believe in you. You're creating your future through force, through brutal repetition, through choices that make your stomach turn and your muscles ache. Because that's what it takes. Winners don't get there by accident. They suffer into success. They bleed into strength. They sacrifice everything soft until all that's left is forged steel. You're still clinging to the old self, still holding on to the soft version of you like he'll magically evolve. He won't. He's got to be executed. The one who snoozes alarms. The one who overthinks. The one who watches Netflix while his dreams rot in the graveyard of maybe tomorrow. Kill him now. Because that version of you doesn't deserve the life you want. He doesn't have the guts. He doesn't have the discipline. He doesn't have the edge. And this new version, he's not made in luxury. He's made in pressure. He's made by going to war with the snooze button. He's made by saying no to temporary pleasure. He's made by cutting ties with every single thing that dilutes his fire, no matter how familiar, no matter how attached, no matter how emotional it feels. You've got to get ruthless, not just toward others, but toward yourself. You say you want peace, then stop entertaining chaos. You say you want focus, then stop scrolling your life away. You say you want to be respected, then build a body, a mind, and a life that commands it. This isn't a pep talk. This is a funeral. We're burying the coward. We're burying the emotional addict. We're burying the daydreamer who never acts. Let that version of you die. And yeah, it's going to hurt, but so what? You want change with no pain. You want strength with no struggle. You want greatness with no isolation. Then go back to being average. Go back to your old life. Go back to pretending. But if you're still listening, if that fire in your gut is still flickering, then it's time to isolate, time to suffer, time to sacrifice. And don't expect applause. Don't expect support. Don't expect anyone to understand. This is you vs you. And the weak version of you is screaming for one more excuse, one more justification, one more delay. Don't give it to him. Starve him, choke him. Bury him under cold showers, early mornings, hard workouts, heavy books, and hard choices. That's how you win. Not by being liked, by being lethal. Not by being comfortable. Not by being popular. By being disciplined. You don't get to rise without first falling apart. You don't get to win without first bleeding. You don't get to transform without walking alone into hell. But you walk anyway. You fight anyway. You rise anyway. Because now you know. It's not about them. It's about you. And it always has been. You weren't always has been. You weren't born to repeat the same cycles. You weren't born to follow the blueprint of failure handed down to you. You were born to break it all. All the weakness, all the silence, all the emotional addiction, all the excuses that have haunted your bloodline for generations. You're not here to fit in. You're here to rip the system apart, because someone in your family has to rise. Someone has to wake up. Someone has to stop waiting to be chosen and start choosing themselves. Let me be clear. This mission It's not just about you. It's about everything you come from, and everything that will come from you. You think this is about a six-pack. You think it's about a car, a house, a $1 million dream. No, this is about freedom, mental freedom, emotional freedom, legacy freedom. Your name is supposed to mean something. When they say your name 20 years from now, they're supposed to feel something. Not because you were nice, not because you were likable, but because you were relentless, because you built something from nothing, because you made the hard decisions they couldn't, because you let them go when they would have held on. You want to talk about breaking generational curses. It doesn't happen through prayer alone. It doesn't happen through words. It happens through sacrifice. It happens through discipline so violent that everything soft in your bloodline disintegrates. You were born into pain. Good. Then pain is your training ground. You were born into chaos. Perfect. Then chaos is your curriculum. You were born with nothing. Excellent. Then you've got nothing to lose and everything to prove. So stop crying about it. Stop using your story as a crutch. Use it as fuel. Use it as fire. Use it to become undeniable. You don't get to rise by being soft. You don't get to change your bloodline by being emotional. You don't get to build legacy by being liked. You have to become dangerous, disciplined, decisive, detached from everything that weakens your soul. And that includes people. Yes, people, even family, even old friends, even the ones who loved you, but loved the older, weaker version of you. Let them go. You don't owe anyone access to your higher self. You don't owe anyone your peace. You don't owe anyone your time just because they share your blood. Blood doesn't equal alignment. History doesn't equal destiny. If they don't want to grow, they don't get to go. Simple. You were chosen for this for a reason. Chosen to endure more. Chosen to carry more. Chosen to feel more pain than most. Because your reward will be greater than most will ever know. But only if you earn it. With sweat, with silence, with isolation, with self-discipline that make average people uncomfortable. Because every time you suffer with purpose, you're changing the story. You're rewriting the script. You're creating a name that holds weight. And if it costs you everything soft to do it, so be it. You're not here to be understood. You're here to be remembered. So let them mock you. Let them distance themselves. Let them call you cold, selfish, obsessed. They don't understand. This is your war. And this version of you, this new, unstoppable, isolated version of you, they're not supposed to recognize it. They're not supposed to get it. They weren't meant to come with you. Because where you're going, only monsters survive, only machines thrive, only disciplined souls make it out the other side. So burn the blueprint, erase the old self, detonate the past, and build yourself into a legend. You are the cycle breaker. You are the curse killer. You are the last version of weakness your family will ever see. Let them go. Save yourself. Save your bloodline. You've died 1,000 deaths through heartbreak, through betrayal, through failure, through silence that cut deeper than words ever could. But you're still breathing, still listening. That means one thing. It's time to resurrect. Not bounce back, not recover. Resurrect. Come back unrecognizable. Come back unapologetic. Come back like a ghost they thought they buried, now made of fire and vengeance. You spent too long being nice. Too long being quiet. Too long being what the world expected. Soft, pleasant, predictable. No more. You're not here to be digestible. You're here to be unforgettable. You want to know how? By becoming so locked in, so untouchable, that your entire existence becomes a middle finger to every person who ever doubted you. That means detachment. That means building alone. That means shutting your mouth, locking in, and working like your life depends on it. Because it does. And yeah, it's going to hurt. It's going to be lonely. There will be nights where you cry, scream, break down. But keep building. Keep working. Keep bleeding. Because it's in the breakdown that your next self is born. You don't grow in applause. You don't evolve in comfort. You don't change under soft lights and kind words. You change when nobody claps. You change when nobody believes, especially you. But you still rise one rep, one tear, one lonely meal, one silent night after another, until suddenly You are no longer the same. Suddenly, you don't crave approval. You don't chase connection. You don't need to be seen. Because you've seen yourself. You've seen what you're capable of when no one's watching. You've seen what you can endure without a hand to hold. You've seen how much pain you can carry without crumbling. That's power. That's freedom. That's the version of you they don't know exists yet. But they will. One day, they'll see the monster you became, and they'll say, I always knew you had it in you. Lies. They didn't see it. They didn't believe. They abandoned you when you were down. They left you for dead when you were weak. Let them. Because now, you owe them nothing, no explanations, no apologies, no access, no closure. You owe you everything. Every ounce of your loyalty, every drop of your focus, every beat of your discipline, every hour of your silence. You don't get to rise halfway. You don't get to change and keep the old habits. You don't get to resurrect and still entertain weakness. Kill the boy. Kill the girl. Kill the version of you that wanted to be saved. You are the savior now. And it's time to walk like it, talk like it, train like it, think like it. You don't wake up at 5 a.m. because it's cute. You don't say no to distractions because it's trendy. You do it because you've tasted the bottom, and you've made a vow never to go back. That's what this is, a vow, a blood pact between your current self and your future beast. A promise to show up no matter how much it hurts, no matter how many people leave, no matter how lonely the path gets. Because the real ones, the real monsters, they don't rise with noise. They rise with scars. They rise in silence. They rise when nobody's looking, until everyone's watching. Let them go. Save yourself. Resurrect yourself. You made it this far. Through the silence, through the suffering, through the storms that tried to break you, and you're still standing. Now it's time to finish this. Time to seal the vow. Time to become unstoppable. This is no longer about letting go. You've done that. You've detached. You've buried your old self. You've burned every bridge that led back to comfort. Now, it's about what you build from the ashes, and I want you to hear this clearly. The next version of you is not emotional. It's not reactive. It doesn't beg. It doesn't explain. It just executes. Every day, without applause, without praise, without permission, cold, focused, locked in. That version of you is lethal because it doesn't move from feelings. It moves from principle, from standard, from identity. You don't need hype anymore. You don't need motivation. You wake up and do the work because that's who you are now. A machine, a savage, a disciple of discipline. You don't care how long it takes. You don't care how hard it gets. You don't care who doubts you. Because you are no longer interested in proving them wrong. You're too busy proving yourself right. And let me tell you what comes with that. Silence, power, clarity, freedom. You finally understand what this was all for, why they had to leave, why the path had to hurt, why the pain wouldn't stop. Because it wasn't breaking you. It was building the one thing the world can't touch: your mind. Your mind is your fortress now, and nothing gets in that you don't allow. Not doubt, not fear, not comfort, not their opinions. They can't reach you anymore. You're too far gone, too focused, too forged in fire. Let them whisper. Let them guess. Let them wonder how you became this version of you. But don't tell them. Don't explain. Don't go back. Just rise. Rise in silence. Rise with scars. Rise like a ghost of everything they tried to kill in you. You're not chasing anymore. You're becoming. You don't dream. You build. You don't hope. You execute. You don't wait. You strike. Because now you understand the truth. It was never about them. It was never about being saved. It was about becoming the kind of person who never needed saving again. You are that person now. So here's what you do. Keep your circle small. Keep your focus brutal. Keep your discipline sacred. And protect your evolution with everything you've got. Let go of anything that even sniffs of the old you. Let go of people who want to talk but not build. Let go of places that drain your energy. Let go of thoughts that slow your mind. And whatever you do, never go back. Not even to explain. Not even to prove how far you've come. The past is dead. You buried it with your weakness. You buried it with your silence. You buried it with your suffering. and what rose in its place is something unstoppable. So walk with that, talk with that, train with that. You don't need motivation. You are the weapon now. You don't need company. You are the army now. You don't need rescue. You are the savior now. And every step you take forward from this moment will be fueled by one truth that no one can ever take from you. You let them go. You saved yourself, and you became something they will never understand. Now go alone, unapologetic and unstoppable.